Yeah, I want to tell you something, but it's not, I don't want you to think that this is a testimonial. This is my story, okay? So I want to tell it to you in a way that I don't want to sell you anything, but I just want to let you know what happened to me, and if you think that that sort of thing would be interesting for you to experiment with, that would be great. My name is Karen Bell, and I'm the person who everybody says, give it to Karen, she'll try it. I'm an experimenter. I'm a health and wellness researcher, and I'm in the process of writing a book called Super Senior. So I'm very interested in all these matters, partly because I've fought through some health challenges in my life. One of them was that in 1990 I was diagnosed with scoliosis, and not everybody has pain, but I had extreme pain. I spent 2 years in a brace from stem to stern, and I was in a wheelchair I didn't live in the wheelchair, but I had to use a wheelchair for a year, and the pain was sometimes level 10, sometimes level 11. In the last maybe 15 years, it's gotten a lot better to where I don't have those levels. My levels are usually somewhere around 5, but I can't walk well. I couldn't walk well. I couldn't sit well. I couldn't go to a restaurant and sit with friends because the chair wasn't the right kind of chair. You know, and I couldn't go to a cocktail party because I can't stand around. I can't stand. Like, I couldn't stand more than about 2 minutes. Standing in line at the bank was almost impossible for me. So a friend decided that they wanted me to try, they know I like network marketing. I happen to have succeeded. I failed, but I've succeeded more than I failed in network marketing. And they know I like it. So they said, we want you to try this spray. And I said, I'm not interested. I don't know why I said that, but I said, I'm not interested. And they said, well, we really want you to try it. And so I said, no, it's too expensive for me. I don't have that. I don't know why I thought it was. I probably could have bought it. Maybe I could have bought it, but I said, I didn't have enough money. I said, okay, we're going to remove that problem. We're going to lend you a bottle. You try this bottle, please, Karen, because you're the one that tries things. Try this bottle. Maybe it will help you. Well, listen, I'd already spent $90,000 in 35 years trying to solve the pain that I've been in. 90,000 over 35 years, that's plenty. What if I spent $80 and something nice happened? Okay, I'm going to try it. So I go into it with a good attitude because I want it to work. I definitely had the intention, well, if I'm going to try this, I'm going to try it with a good intention. Let's see if we can't get this to work. So it's a spray, and it's called iHercules, and it comes like this, and it comes in a little glass bottle to protect it, and this is a metal sheath because this is vibrational energy medicine. It's the quantum extract, quantum meaning the tiniest molecule that is the most effective part of 44 different plants, and it has nothing else other than 44 plants. That's all that's in here. It's food, basically. So I spray it 3 times a day, just like that. 4 sprays 3 times a day. That's in the phase where you're getting it to clean your blood and to trigger your stem cells. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll do this, and I spray and I spray and I spray. And on the 7th day, I wake up. I had just done a job. No, it wasn't, not when I wake up. It was when I went to bed that night. I had just done a job. I'd done a piano job because I play piano with another friend of mine. We play in senior citizen recovery homes and memory care and all kinds of, it's a lot of fun, very rewarding. So, but we set up our own equipment, and it's very physically taxing. I'm 81 years old, and I shouldn't be carrying around pianos and speakers and things, and I do. And sometimes, and it's been very debilitating because it makes my back hurt and I have to come home and lay down. So that night I was laying down in bed and I thought, that's funny. I don't have any pain. That's weird. And I went to sleep. I wake up the next morning. Usually in bed, I can just feel everything kind of aches a little bit in my back, especially, and I can press in one point where it really hurts. And I woke up that morning and it didn't hurt. And I'm like, placebo effect. Probably placebo effect. Yeah. That's what it is. No, next day, 5 more days, a week. At this point, it's been a month. I've been pain-free for a month. When I do something stupid, like I did 2 jobs in one day with all the lifting and everything, and I applied the spray, it comes, in addition to a spray, it also comes in a cream. Here's a little teeny tiny sample bottle of the cream. The cream is called iRevive. it's like a miracle. I put that on my back because I'd really done too much that day, and it was great. I went to bed that night, a tiny bit of ache. I put the cream on, and there I was. Now, the company only had 3 things. They have the spray, the cream, and they have patches. They have 11 different kind of patches that I know of. I have a patch on right now. I put a patch on here because I have a skin tag, and the skin tag is almost gone. By the way, I used the cream. I had a spot. You know how seniors have brown spots, some of the liver spots they're called. And I had a spot here that I thought was maybe going to be cancer because I've had cancer on my nose, and I screened myself pretty carefully. And this spot seemed to be growing, and I thought it had red around the edges. So this most recent Monday, I was going to go to the skin doctor and have him look at it with his little machine to see if I needed to worry. And I put cream on it 3 times. Morning, night, morning, and by that time on Monday at noon, I looked and I can't find it. I don't even know where it was. I don't know where that spot was. It's gone. And also I have a spot on my body that has herpes because I had chickenpox when I was young, and when I'm under stress, sometimes I'll get a herpes outbreak. Many people, I either have it on my fingers, or sometimes it'll come as a spot on my lip, and this time it was on my derriere. And I put the cream on, and in 3 applications of the cream, my herpes spot was gone. And usually I can't get it to go for weeks. It stays there for 2 weeks. And I put essential oils. I try everything. I've tried everything to get that handled. So this handled that. So it's amazing to me, and I wanted to share this with you because it isn't ailment specific, because it's triggering your body to trigger its own stem cells and to cleanse the blood. And the blood your blood cells change over every 4 months. So by the time 4 months goes by, you've got all new blood cells. And guess what? This cleanses the blood. It cleanses it from, let me see if I can tell you, it cleanses it from heavy metals. It cleanses it from parasites. It cleanses it from, what's the chemical that you get when you have Roundup? It cleanses you of that chemical. It cleanses you from zombie cells, which are senescent cells. Zombie cell is another word for that. And it cleans up one more thing, and I can't remember what that one more thing is. Listen, I just started. I'm just sharing this with people. I'm just sharing this. I'll send you a graphic as well. So I got my patches. The patches come for sleep. They come for there's an ivermectin patch if you were concerned about viruses. There's a energy patch. There's a patch for women. There's pain patch. I'm wearing, this is a pain patch. This is a pain and inflammation patch. They have a joint pain patch. I'm pretty pumped. And by the way, in the first 2 weeks, this is interesting because I am doing it as a business. Yes. Do I want to sell some of this? I guess I do. I mostly just want to pass it on. I mostly want to tell people. But in the first 2 weeks, I doubled what I spent. I had to borrow the money to join the business and get this at the highest discount. So I did that. I borrowed the money, and in 2 weeks I had made enough money back to pay back the person who lent it to me and have a little profit. So I'm kind of pumped. When I say pumped, I'm pumped. So there you go. Bye.